Hello. This is the Tired Podcast. This is,
Hi.
yeah, that's Connor. Or Stark Simon, he's
What's
gonna be
up?
in the description. I'm Aldo, or VictreebelTV. And I guess it's just the podcast. I don't really need to,
Yep.
set up like a, sync, because it's just video and with audio connected. See.
Yeah.
This is really late because I made a tweet actually saying that it was gonna be on the this is gonna come out on the 1st of January, but it ended up we had some issues and I think we kicked out one of our hosts or Daniel because he was
Yep.
just messing everything up for us.
Yep.
Um. Okay. One thing. Okay, Connor. What are your opinions on Stadia? Because that's one big question I've been wanting to talk about.
Um, I did not like it. I knew the fact that when it first like came out, when people said that it was gonna kill consoles and Google was gonna reign dominant on consoles, I knew that was probably not gonna happen because no one is gonna leave the Xbox, PlayStation, or PC
Yeah, it was such a huge
because
flop in my opinion. It was so bad. The visual quality was just so terrible. Um,
yep.
there was a lot of issues with the streaming too. The servers could barely even catch up. So like, since it's like streaming, it's like YouTube where if your internet's slow, like the visual quality kind of goes down. So whenever people had really low internet, it just kind of dropped in quality. They said it would be 4K, but most of their games weren't even 4K, and you had to pay for the games, and they're like kind of messed up, like Google Shop. And so it's like that Epic Games thing. You know how Epic Games has their own like shop, kind of like Steam. It was really bad at the time. It was really bad. I
Yeah,
was
and the way they
excited for it too.
advertised it first showed off like you can just have free games and you didn't have to buy them all, but now you have to.
Yeah, because there's not enough. What are the
I'm a
sales
little
for it?
ex I have no idea. I have not cared to check.
What were you excited for?
Um, Xbox is coming out with the streaming service this year, Project X Cloud, and it looks promising. I mean, you don't have to buy your games again. You can just stream them from the cloud. I've thought about downloading the beta on my phone.
Oh, that
Haven't though.
sounds nice. Cloud. I have cloud storage, so I just don't have it set up to my computer. So I have a flash drive plugged in right now, and so that's probably why I could record all of this. My last recording, I had two recordings, and they're like 5 gigabytes together. Also, my last, like one of my recent streams got got 8 copyright claims. Like
Huh,
5 minutes.
why?
It's because I played a whole bunch of copyrighted music, even though in the videos and the links that I got them from, it didn't say that they're copyrighted. Like there was like nothing saying that they're copyrighted. Then I streamed, and then they ended up being copyrighted. So then, like 5 minutes after I finished streaming, I just got like a whole bunch of copyright notices. I kept getting a whole bunch of emails. I'm like, oh, great. And since they're like normal, like actual like songs, I was worried that I might get a strike on my channel, and I might get a or like my video is gonna get blocked on the parts where I get up and leave. I'll keep you talking, but I got
Oh, no, you can scrap that.
yeah, I got Duolingo because
Oh, nice.
we have the Spanish whatever our homework. We have to have
Yep.
like 15 minutes a day, so I got Duolingo, and I realized it was a huge mistake to turn on email notifications because now every single
Yeah,
day I get at least 4 notifications from. Well, at least my
sounds about right.
at least my email isn't filled with just copyright claims. Like that's
honestly.
my entire like Gmail feed is just. Is it even called inbox? It's not a feed. It's just all copyright claims. Like I've been trying to whittle down like all the tiny little bits of copyrighted music in my playlist, and I finally found a really good playlist. It's just I made a mistake in trying to change up that playlist, so I'm just gonna delete. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that was a really major oof. Um, what was it? There
Are we
was
gonna
another
scrap this
thing.
entire thing talking about the thing we're gonna scrap?
I don't know. I might as well just keep it in for just funny. You know, it's just gonna be funny. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I think they're meant to scrap that." There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Was it PS5 and the new Xbox Project Scarlet? I have no
Yeah,
idea
Series
what they're gonna
X.
do. I have no idea what
Sony still
PlayStation's
hasn't
doing.
revealed the new PS5. Concepts have been leaked, but no one knows if that's
Have
it's actually gonna
they
look
said it's
like.
gonna be? Was it? There's definitely gonna be 4K or above, and I think there was gonna be like 120 frames, something like that.
Huh.
Um,
Yeah, I know with the Xbox, they'll probably do 8K because the Series X is also pushing 8K, which I'm assuming the lowest quality the Series X and PS5 might run is 1080. 1080, or it might even, if anything, they might just go 4K as the lowest, which would kill a
uh,
lot of their audience because not everyone has a 4K TV they can spare.
Well, yeah, well, there's gonna be downscaling. I think they have to do 1080 because 1080 is the standard definition. No, no,
That's true.
720 was the standard definition. That's how it goes: SD, then HD, and then UHD. But I no, yeah, I think 1080 and 720 are the standard definitions. I know they're still pumping out laptops and stuff that are running in 720 only. And I know 1080. Everybody uses 1080. Like nobody uploads 4K YouTube videos. It's too big. And also 5G wireless phone plan. We live in a place
Yeah,
where it's not going to come out for another 5 or 6
cancer maker.
years.
Yep. At least we won't have
Um,
cancer for another 5 and 6 years.
freaking our internet here is so slow. There's so much dead zones because it's
Yeah,
like all hill. There's
my
so much.
internet's wired, and I still don't feel that much of a difference since it's wireless.
My no, I'm talking about like phone plans.
Oh, yeah.
5G, the 5G networks. We have 4G, and 4G is okay. It's just like half the speed we get at my house. Right?
I
But
don't really have a problem with 4G.
5G is supposed to be around a gigabyte speeds. So you know how it's in megabits, like 60 megabits download speed. It's thousands of megabits. So you're gonna be getting gigabytes download and upload speeds, which is insane. It is so crazy. Um,
Yep. But
and then it also has the power to like go through walls and like heavy concrete, so you can stand like in an elevator and you'll still get signal, which is crazy
that
here.
also that also with that though it brings concern because if it's that powerful, what are the effects of the human body on the human body?
Was it the
Like
Bill
how
Nye commercial? There was a commercial or something with Bill Nye explaining it. That's actually one thing, like the radiation stuff.
like right now people say don't put your phone too close to your ear when you're like calling someone.
Hmm.
I still do that by accident, but
That's dumb. Like I call with it right next to my ear because that's the only way you could hear it.
same. Yeah, that, and I just completely forget about that. Don't put it too close to your ear thing.
Um, then why even have that call system? Like, how would that even work?
Yeah,
Don't put the phone too close to your ear, and
or
you're not gonna be able to hear it.
the company would put a warning on the phone or right before you call.
Yeah, nobody's gonna want to buy it. Um, was it gaming's going downhill? I know there's a lot of last year, 2019. There are no new exciting games. There was like nothing new.
Death
One,
Stranding seemed to be good, but then it turned out not to be.
yeah, like all the
The Outer
games.
Worlds made
You,
up for
you,
Fallout 76.
yeah, like either the game, all the game. There was no games at the beginning of the year, and then all the games came out at the end of the year, and they're all bad, except for what was it? Outer Worlds. That one looks actually pretty good. Um,
It is.
I've I have not played Outer Worlds. I think I should probably get it maybe later.
Yeah, it's very like your decisions impact what happens next.
So
You
it's
make
like,
the past your own future in that game.
oh yeah, like Fallout and and
Yeah,
like every Telltale Games video game, like
yeah,
where you get to
yeah.
choose. It's like those choose your
Uh,
path books. Um,
kind of.
I
It's more choose right and wrong. This is not like it's open-ended a lot when it comes to choosing if you want to do one thing or you want to do another.
it's like what's weird is I'm feeling like either I'm getting too old for video games or video games are getting too old for me. Like they
I mean, can you ever really get too old for video games?
like I don't know. There's just no new games out. The only thing I'm kind of excited for is Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 5, cause that might have zombies. Um, I I enjoy playing. I haven't played TF2 in a while. Like, there's nothing new. And also one of my favorite game communities, the Call of Duty zombies, like the Black Ops zombies and stuff. It's dead. It's dying. There's no new zombies out. They like completely ended it, and then now Black Ops 5, if it even comes out, is might have zombies, it might not, and which is just gonna be terrible. That like, there's no games I look forward to. There's no prequels to games. There's no nothing, or there's no sequels or prequels or anything.
I'm looking forward to the new Halo
Oh
Infinite.
yeah, but I can't play Halo. I remember they said they're gonna
Yeah.
put Halo on Switch and PC, and
Switch.
that has not happened yet.
That, well, I mean, Halo's on PC,
It is?
but yeah, Halo Master Chief Collection's on PC. Has been for a little while now.
Oh,
And
I need to get it.
one thing, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, um, I cannot remember what I was gonna say. Wow. Yikes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Um, the only games I play currently is just Minecraft, and
Huh.
that's all I do is just play Minecraft. I need to get into PS4 again. I used to be really good at like Call of Duty and like aiming and stuff, and now I just can't make myself get back into console. I love playing PC so much. I prefer it over console. But I realize like Modern Warfare and all the I spent so much time on console. I really should, play a
Time
little
and
bit more.
money. I mean,
I need to play
yeah.
Modern Warfare more. And I also kind of want to get it for PC because it is cross-platform, but then I feel like I'm just wasting my PS4. That's what I hate about switching consoles. Cause you're always too early to grow out of it. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to switch to PS5. When I switched the Wii from my first console was the Wii, and then I played the Wii U, and the Switch was easy because it was cross-platform. It was like I could play all my Wii games on the Wii U, and then I switched from the Wii U to the Switch because I just kind of grew out of the Wii U. But I already had the PlayStation before the Switch. But like the Switch is so fun too. I play Switch and PC the most. Somehow, I don't know why I don't play PS4 anymore. It's kind of sad seeing
Yeah.
all these things. They spend forever to come out with new consoles, and so you kind of get attached with the consoles you get now. The previous
Yeah, I
Nintendo
just got
consoles are like so easy to switch.
yeah, I just got a new technically I've had the Xbox One, but my original Xbox One has been really defective and I switched to the Xbox One S in November of 2019 and I feel kind of guilty knowing that I'm gonna get the new gen console next year.
And oh, there needs to be backwards compatibility for PS5. Because if I do get a
I
PS5,
think
which I probably
there's
would,
going to be.
I would love to be able to play like Call of Duty or something in like 120 frames or something crazy like that. And and I don't know, like the PlayStation seems like a console, and the Xbox too seems like a console that you really just can't switch out. My uncle, he has the PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, and he still plays on all of them. It's
Huh.
just it's really hard. I don't know. I can't really imagine myself switching to PS5. Like the PS4 is way it's old. Like the PS4 is old, but it's like they should just keep it. They should stop making new consoles and they should just keep adding on to the old ones. So like you could let's say PS5 is like the last console and the Xbox Series X comes out. And those should be like the last ones. And then you could just keep upgrading those so you don't really have to buy a new console, but you kind of buy upgrades to that. Like they need to have one and stick to one cuz I don't want to switch.
Um,
It's and games are dying out too. Video games as a whole. Somehow CS:GO and Destiny are still on the rise, but like games like TF2 and Call of Duty. And I know there was one game that I played a lot that I just had in my head and I just can't remember that much. Somehow Roblox is still gaining popularity. Was it Counter Strike is still going up? Yeah, Team Fortress 2 is dying. Fortnite's dying. That's one huge one.
yeah, they're not updating it enough, and it's just for
Really
me who've
boring.
spent a lot of time in Fortnite just because I used to be addicted to it. It just feels old now. Like when I play it, I don't
Yeah.
get entertainment out of it anymore.
I only get entertainment out of it when I play with friends. I used to just like try really hard in solos, and that would be so fun. But now it's like I can only play creative with friends. Like every time I get on, and I only get on to play with friends, and then we usually just end up playing one or two rounds of like a squads or duos, and then we just switch to creative and have fun in there. There's it's just too slow. The game's too slow and the game's old and it's kind of cringy now, like seeing people trying to keep it alive and like defend it because it's done, like the game's kind of done for now. People are just trying to hold on
Yeah,
to like the last bit of whatever it used to be. um I know that a lot of people still spend a lot of time in that game, and I know a lot of people can't just leave because they spent money, and or they like just spend a lot of time practicing certain thing. Like imagine you get your muscle memory in for building 90s or like editing really fast and getting this and that. How are you gonna transfer that into like a game like Call of Duty or like Minecraft? Kind of makes sense. Like you switch through blocks and place on water buckets or whatever, but like how are you gonna switch over to like Call of Duty or Destiny or like Fallout? And how are you gonna use that quick movement between keys to do whatever if you can't build 90s in like Fortnite? Like you spend way too much time trying out one game, you can't get over it. That's one problem that I kind of have with Fortnite is it's like the only it's free and it's cross-platform, which makes it really good for just playing with friends because it's so accessible by everyone. That's other than Minecraft, that's the only game I could really play with friends.
Yeah. One thing that, since we were talking about the frames per second, or FPS, whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
um, it's made me think about what I know, because Bungie said that for Destiny 2, they're not gonna create a Destiny 3 like anytime soon. They're just gonna be working on Destiny 2 for a good amount of years. I think they have like another 7-year plan for Destiny 2,
I thought it was 5.
but maybe it was 5. I know the game has been around for going into 6 years now since
7.
Destiny 1.
I don't think Destiny 2 is gonna live for another 7 years though.
Yeah, I think that and just the state of the file. Because if they keep adding onto the file soon, people are just going to delete it because it takes too much space up.
Yeah, you said
But
it was
with
like two and a
that,
half, two and a, or 250 gigabytes, which is way too
something like
much.
that.
That's a quarter of a
The
terabyte.
base game is 98 gigs, plus like all the expansions is probably way more.
Wait, the base game's 98?
That's what my Xbox said when I was transferring my content from my original to this one.
I don't think it was, cause I don't know, cause I got Destiny 2 and I have like literally nothing on it, and it's I don't know how big it is. It better not be 100 gigabytes, cause I'm probably just gonna delete it.
Yeah, but with the frames per second, I got way off topic, but I'm just curious on how Destiny's gonna work because Destiny usually runs on 30 frames per second on console. On PC, you can run it 30 to 200 frames per second. So I don't know if they'll give you that option for the new consoles. We'll just have
Um,
to see.
a lot of frame rate's really important now because of was it like ghosting? That's the technical term for it. Where like you know how if you have low frame rate, because with frame rate, if it's high, a moving object like the frames don't have to catch up to a moving object. There's a small bit of catch up, so it looks smoother and it doesn't look like it's like blurry when you move. So if you have, that's why a lot of low end. That's what I'm kind of struggling with. I feel like I have a disadvantage because I'm playing on a low end PC, and I struggle to get like 60 frames per second on some heavier games. And so, like, what I hate is like I shoot at a person and it like pops up, and like they're like slightly ahead of, and it's really hard to aim at people because it's like blurry. And with aiming is harder. Aiming is hard on console. You have to kind of get into that feel of things, and so having and it makes things generally feel way smoother. Like if you've played anything on above 60 frames, you just move your aim, your crosshair, or whatever, and it feels like it's going right through butter. It's like the best feeling. I
Hmm.
um 120 like high frame rate Destiny would probably be really nice because I know when there's a lot of enemies or a lot and like bosses and stuff, the frame rate could possibly drop, making it a little bit more difficult because there could be
Actually,
there.
fun fact. Oh yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, it's you.
Oh, okay. Fun fact, the community found out that the more frames per second you have, the faster you travel. Because you can skate in this game, in Destiny, with using swords,
Oh,
and you skate you skate a farther distance with higher frames.
oh yeah, cause the
And I've also
character,
noticed that,
cause
yeah,
it doesn't, it loads the character more. Yeah,
yeah, I noticed that when I watch PC gameplay.
you know, like when like it's there's a speed running thing, cause there was it GoldenEye 007 on like the NES or whatever. Um,
Yeah,
a new a new way or like a new method was found. Is called like look down. It's where it's just you're looking down at the ground and you move. You get a really high increase in speed because when you look down, the frame rate goes up because GoldenEye 007 is like the old fashioned like shooter games, kind of like Doom. And so if it like the NES is normally struggles whenever it's playing it. So if you look down, you're loading less objects and you move a lot faster. And so what tore up like the community is like because it ruins the like how fun the game is because you're just looking down. And so it tore up the community. But like you should probably try skating or whatever while like looking down or looking straight up and see if that changes anything unless it's like a general just like above 60 frames per second thing. Then I don't know. Um
I think 30 is definitely the slowest, which means console would probably not be the fastest when it comes to skating.
Wait, is Destiny 2 locked at 30 frames?
On console, it's weird because sometimes when I'm like playing PvP or even PvE, sometimes I get these frame increases, which is really bad because I have max sensitivity because I'm used to that on 30 frames. But when
The
it comes to that subtle frame increase, it throws everything off because
wait, oh cuz it
max
wait, so it
sensitivity.
is it locked at 30 or is it 60?
It's usually 30, but sometimes I feel like the frames increase at just random times. So
Um
it's not necessarily locked, but
it's just your
there's no
console could
option
only
to
handle it.
change it.
So it's more like performance stats. So it's like the console itself, its speed or its power could only run a certain frame rate. Um,
Yeah.
I know Destiny 2 has a really low sensitivity rate. The instant I got on, I set the sensitivity to max, and it felt like I'm still moving really slowly.
Yeah. See, when like I've had a friend over, actually who's gonna be in the podcast, Daniel. When he comes to my house, he struggles with max sensitivity, and when he plays it, it looks like really high. But then when I play it, it feels standard for me. Like it feels more like five to
You're
him.
probably used to it. He probably plays on low sensitivity, Daniel. Um,
Yeah.
well, I play games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, and I usually have my settings up to the max. 14 is the max usually. On Modern Warfare, I set it to 14 and 12, like 14x, 12y, and like generally I usually keep my y less than my x because like think of your sensitivity as a circle on your screen, and since your screen's like a rectangle, you want to make like an oval shape to make the smoothest feeling sensitivity, but that's just generally how sensitivity should work. And then I get on Destiny 2 and it feels like I'm half that speed. It's so slow.
Hmm.
Uh, like you, whenever you play Modern Warfare, do you definitely tell there's a higher sensitivity?
Um, to be honest, not really.
Well,
Maybe I
yeah,
should
probably
play
because
it.
you should probably play on higher
Soon.
sensitivity. What is your
Yeah,
sensitivity?
I actually do not know. I think it's maybe still 5.
5 is slow. 5, yeah, that's probably why you probably think it's the same. I play on like 14 and 12. I do
Not.
really well. It's because on both console and PC, and whenever I play on anything, I have my sensitivity really high, and it's just a bad habit because I know it's a lot better to have your sensitivity really low, so you could use your entire mouse pad. But I use precise aiming, and it's like my sensitivity is so high, I barely even move my mouse, that's like the only way I get precise, and that's the same thing, and I like it that way. My I'm just not used to using like the full motion, so that's the same with like console. I barely move the joystick. Um, I don't know. That's just how I play usually. I do really well on high sensitivity.
Yeah, and see some games like Rainbow Six, you can't have high sensitivity because then your recoil will get worse.
Well, that's only
Or at
well,
least that's
recoil
what
is the
I've
same with
heard.
everything. Recoil is the same. It's just recoil control might be a little bit harder because with high sensitivities, you try looking down to like counter that recoil, and you might just go down like look down really fast. And I know was it like sensitivity, or at least I think that's what I've heard. Last time I played, changes on the speed of your character. There's three Rainbow Six character speeds. There's 1, 2, and 3, and a 3 speed is the fastest. And I don't know, cause I used to play with the other Daniel that we know, and he says that, and I noticed, I'm like, why does my sensitivity change? Why does it feel like I aim slower on certain characters instead of others? And he said it's because it's the character speed, which seems a little bit dumb, because like aiming shouldn't be restricted by your character. Even though it seems kind of realistic, it's really I don't think it's that fair. And I don't and also with PC, it doesn't really matter if you're playing Rainbow Six PC and you have and the sensitivity changes, because all you have to do is just flick a little bit farther. And I don't know if that's true or if it's just me tripping out, but I feel like the sensitivity changes per character.
Yeah, I might test that theory if you want. I can hop on Rainbow Six in a second.
Rainbow Six is fun. I need to get.
Yeah.
There's so much games I need to get on PC, because I think
Speaking
I need to switch over.
Speaking of Rainbow Six, there's a new event called the Program, and it's like a tournament inside the game. So the characters are inside a tournament.
Oh, so it's not like an actual. It's not operation.
It doesn't seem like one. It seems more like a tournament for
Is
like
like
a
the whole thing change? Is it not like? Is it not the what's the newest operation again? I forgot what it's called already.
Shifting Tides.
Shifting Tides. Is it no longer Operation Shifting Tides?
No, it is. It's just an event, kind of like
Oh, so
what
it's
they
just an
did
event.
for that like TV show. They teamed up with that TV show. And you could get like some skins that look like it.
Also, was it Swagger Souls? He uploaded. He did. He uploaded. Was it? Why is everybody playing Escape from Tarkov?
I don't know. A few
Everyone's
of the
making the
Destiny YouTubers I
switch.
watch have been doing that.
Yeah, people have been switching from Modern Warfare and CS:GO and Fortnite just to play Tarkov. Ninja said it was
Can you get
slow
that
and
on
boring.
can you get that on console?
No.
Oh, well that makes
Um,
sense then.
at first I thought Tarkov was slow and boring, but then I started realizing there's a lot more behind it, and it's just like it's all gun attachments. If you don't have good attachments, or then you're not gonna be killing anyone, and if you don't have good armor, you're gonna die. That's why I watched like Aqua FPS. He's a YouTuber. He does Rust and Tarkov videos. And at first he just hated. He like loved and disliked the game because he would like hit somebody in the head 4 or 5 times in a row, and they wouldn't die. And he was like had an AK, but then he would get hit like twice in the foot, and he would instantly die. And so at first he was really frustrated until he started understanding a lot more of the attachments. Which Tarkov is so realistic. There's so much elements to the game that seem like realistic. Like there's attachments that are from real life. They're real life guns, and like the physics in the game are insane. The game looks amazing too. Like the video quality, like the quality of the game looks really nice. But it also looks really hard. And I know there's a lot of sweats on that game. Ninja said it was boring, and they got a whole bunch of hate. He said it was slow and it was really boring. And then everybody started hating on him. Literally everything Ninja says now is like he's just gonna get hate. There's like this Ninja Dakotas thing There is the freaking there's was it there was there was a lot more. He's doing some nice things also. What was his name? Finn. He had like cerebral palsy, and he was like a kid and stuff, and like he like a lot of people sent a whole bunch of messages to him, but Ninja like went and like sent a video of him saying hi and have a good day and this and that.
Yeah, I know Muselk, Laserbeam, and I can't remember who was the other one. Maybe it was Mr. Fresh Asian. They, like, I think they got a kid who's had cancer or some kind of disease, and they put him in this video.
Um, Ninja did that. No, no, like in
Huh.
one of Ninja's tournaments, like the huge Fortnite tournaments that before the World Cup, back when like it was actually pretty good. I think it was Ninja, like one of the Ninja tournaments, but he had a kid from Make a Wish go up and like say hi and like be up on the stage, which
Oh,
was
that's cool.
nice. Um, Ninja, I don't even know what to say with Ninja. Ninja's kind of out there. He's a lot of he's I don't even like I don't know what's up with Ninja now. He's either like he's making so much mistakes now, and then he's like doing so much things right. Like he's getting a lot of hate, and then he's also like just getting a lot more fans. He's going down too. His viewership's dropping, and then on one of the streams he said he doesn't care about how much viewers he has because he has the partnership with Mixer giving him a steady payment. Which I don't get those partnership things. Like it's kind of dumb. You're just getting paid to stay with a certain company. Was a guy he got a partnership with Facebook Live.
Huh.
he like he's like, yeah, I'm making an announcement. I'm switching over to Facebook Live. Like Facebook, who plays video games on Facebook?
Yeah, I get that.
Also, Facebook, freaking. When I think of Facebook, I think of fake news articles, like those fake ad spam articles, and people who play Candy Crush. Moms, dads, and people who play Candy Crush. Those are the people I think. Candy
You
Crush
gotta
is
follow
boring.
people who play Candy Crush? Oh. Yeah, I have it on my phone. I used to play it a lot, and I guess like level 40, and then gave up.
My mom plays Candy Crush, and she's thousands of levels in on both
My
Candy Crush
grandma
games.
does
I played like the
too.
first 40 or 50 levels because they're quick, because they're easy,
Yeah,
and I realized it's just the same repeated crap over and over. Like the first 50 levels or so had like story. Like at first it was like this dragon or something that needed like this factory to give it like
yeah,
a
the
soda to
lemonade
make
or
it, yeah,
something.
like a lemonade or orange. I think it was orange soda.
Like I thought it was like the lemonade dam or orange soda. I just remember you to like help
So
someone
yeah,
and
so like
try to
this kid
get.
just gets dropped off at a train station, Candyland or whatever. How can you play Candy Crush for 1,000 levels? Like, when does it end?
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't have to pay. I don't have bad patience, but I don't think I could do that.
I have some pretty decent patience. I just like can't wait for certain things. Um, was it? I have. Oh, dude, I relationships like dating. It's the worst. It is the worst because you don't know who you're gonna end up with, and you don't know if it's
Yeah,
gonna work.
I get that.
And one problem is like once a relationship is over, and you know how dating kind of works, especially if you've had like a successful relationship, you kind of miss being in a relationship. That's kind of how I am in right now. I kind of miss being in a relationship and stuff like that. But I
Yeah,
know
I
there's
mean,
nobody else either though. Like there's nobody in our class that think I don't
our
know.
class is really dry when it comes to that.
There's literally I realized that I barely talk to like half the class, which is like all the girls in the class. Um, except for like maybe like Skylar's group or Meet on this group. I think Meet on that I talk to every now and then.
That gets on my nerves, and yeah, we got an argument today, so that's fun. I don't think we should talk on that. We should talk about that publicly.
I don't think I have a problem with her. There's so much drama in the class that you could just bring up. Literally everyone is so bad.
Yeah, we can make a podcast just with that.
Instead of the tired podcast, it's just the loud
The
one.
mentally unstable
The
podcast.
unstable podcast. Dude, I know how can people have like 4 or 5 Instagram accounts? How I only have 2 and like
I
I
have
recently
three,
got
but I don't remember the password for the other two. I think I know the password for my meme account, but I don't know the password for my personal.
I have a personal account and a meme account which I enjoy posting to every week. I do weekly posts, but then I post like a whole bunch. And I have a personal account that I just recently made, and I'm enjoying it. I realize, hey, it's not that bad of an idea to do a personal account. But like, I don't get why do you need like 4 or 5 different accounts? 1 or 2 accounts makes sense,
Yeah,
but that's it. Like, you don't need. So, I have my. What even is a spam account? Like, what do you even mean? So it's like,
yeah.
oh, I have my main account, and then I have my backup account, and then I have my spam account, and then I have my fourth spam account, and then I have my like stock account, and then I have my personal account or this and that. Like, how can you have so much? It's.
Oh, so we know who's going to the Super Bowl this year.
Are you going?
What? No, I mean, like, I know what we know what teams are going to
Oh,
the Super Bowl.
I don't know
It's
who's
going to
going
be
to.
the Chiefs and the 49ers. I'm a little mad the 49ers won because I do not like the 49ers.
I don't know. That's another thing I haven't caught up with is both. I haven't caught up with both um football or just was it like sports or politics. Those 2 things I just don't know. There's so much people running now for 2020.
Yeah,
Back
there's
it
too
was only
many.
3 it was only 3 people. It was Hillary, Donald Trump,
Bernie.
and then oh yeah, Bernie, and
For
then
Democrats, it was Bernie, Hillary. For Republicans, I think it was only Trump. I can't think of any other
there was another guy.
Republicans
Then there
that
was another
ran.
guy I just don't remember. And then now there's like 7 people.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't get it.
honestly, like, I think right now I don't want to talk about politics at the moment. Because I know that can also kill our podcast because people will disagree with us and they'll stop listening to us.
I have no
So I don't think,
idea who to pick, and I don't have no idea what's going on in general. I'm not catching up with it because there's too much people, and I honestly don't care too much. Like I would like to know like a small bit of like what's going on every now and then, but I just do not want to know everything that's going on. And because it's really hard to keep up with most of it. Like you have to just be really into it to to um to like think about politics.
yeah,
Uh, one thing I'm almost finished with Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I'm right now watching a show called Arrested Development. It's freaking hilarious. It got canceled in 2006, but Netflix picked it back up for seasons 4 and 5. Supposedly 4 and 5 suck, but I'll just have to see.
What was it? The Office I finished. Parks and Rec are I need to finish. There's some anime I'm just rewatching, which is
Yeah, I've
I
been wanting
realized
to watch My Hero Academia. I've been really tempted to watch that because
I thought
I've heard and seen really good things about it.
I thought it was boring. I watched the first 2 episodes and I just got really bored. I like
Hmm.
I watched a lot actually of anime. I watched Sword Art Online. I watched Gurren Lagann. I watched I don't think I watched July and April. I think they got I watched Blue Exorcist I watched all of it, and then I watched uh Assassination Classroom. I watched was it The Devil is a Part-Timer, which they haven't finished. I don't know if it's finished. It left on like a half cliffhanger, and it was really short, and it was on Netflix, but it's no longer on there. Um, I watched actually a lot of anime because it's good. Like the story is good and the art style is really good. It could be really awkward sometimes, like having to explain it. Like I wish anime isn't as hard to explain. Watch it's like cartoons, except it's a lot more awkward for some reason. It's, I don't even know. I don't know why. And, and furries are the worst. I hate furries so much.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get furries, and I don't get people who like feet. I don't get those either.
Strike us down, furries, and we'll be more stronger than you'll ever imagine. Freaking furries, dude.
Furries, I don't even know anymore. Furries are the
Honestly, I just
worst.
want to go to a furry convention, put gasoline on all the furry suits, and light a match.
Jetpack Joyride had a IGN trailer.
It did.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jetpack Joyride launch trailer, and it was 8 years ago. Who remembers Jetpack Joyride and like Angry Birds and Flappy Bird and dude, it was
Angry
so
Birds
good.
has a special place in my heart. My family used to always play it, so
I
I
always
played
played
it.
it. It was the best. Angry Birds
It
was so
was.
good. I I like mobile games. Mobile games are fun because it's mobile. You could just take it anywhere, but and there's
Um,
just no see it's same with all video games. There's like none. There's nothing new to look forward to. The only thing I'm looking forward to is like a new Minecraft update. I remember I would always look up on YouTube when the next Minecraft update would come out, and I'll put it on my calendar and I'll just wait for it to come out. It was so I miss being a kid, like younger. I don't like
yeah,
growing
I
up.
miss watching those Minecraft parodies and being so amazed by them.
Yeah, I miss waiting for Minecraft updates to come out and being excited about a new Call of Duty coming out. I'm I just can't I just don't know anymore. I miss like that childhood wonder that like it's like cliche, but it's so true.
Uh,
Um, there's still some people that are just really nostalgic, like that I known from like years and years ago. There's a Minecraft mod YouTuber that I still watch to this day, and he still uploads like really good stuff. Like the Minecraft mod. people, like the people who played Feed the Beast and like Tech It. Do you remember Tech It?
I never watched Tech It.
But do you remember
Who I
Feed the
did
Beast?
watch, yes, I do.
Do you know the only Bentley? Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Dude, he's still playing Minecraft mods, and his voice is so soothing. Like all the old Minecraft modders and stuff, like all the old Minecraft YouTubers. Like it's just super fun to just binge watch their videos because it's super soothing.
Did you ever watch Dan TDM?
I watched a little bit of his. Like
One, I've I've always watched the three, Dan TDM, Thanksia, and Think Noodles.
you think Noodles is
That,
still a thing?
yeah, I know he is.
Think Noodles. I watched his UHC live stream stuff. Um, I liked his Granny, his Hello Neighbor stuff.
I like
Um,
his Crazy Craft. I always loved watching the Crazy Craft with Dan
oh,
TDM,
his Crazy
Thanksia,
Craft.
and him.
Also, yeah, his Minecraft hardcore stuff, like the crazy and like the modded hardcore, like the UHC stuff, like that he would do in the server. He just does Pokemon stuff and mobile horror games. 'Cause Granny kind of ran out of stuff. He played RL Craft for like 16 episodes. I remember his Granny. Oh, there's a chapter 2 to Granny. I don't remember that.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, I liked his was it his series of um I liked his Thief Simulator series. That was actually really cool. How like what was it? Was it House Flipper Simulator? Or the House Flipper games? I liked those. Those were really fun to watch. I liked his FNAF and his Subnautica. Now he doesn't do too much good stuff.
Who? What was
Think
that one again?
Noodles.
Yeah. One, I loved watching, like, FNAF Markiplier.
Markiplier
He kind
still
of
does
just...
some stuff.
Was it bad that I watched Markiplier at a young age?
No, I watched Markiplier too. Think Noodles like hurt his toe really badly because he got scared in this one horror game, and he kicked his wall. um. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club is the freakiest game ever. I've seen two of the deaths in that, and it is so shocking. It is so shocking. Was it? I don't remember the names. I remember Yuri stabbed herself. And then the other girl hung herself, and then another person snapped her neck, and it was the the way they like draw it. Like the way Doki Doki Literature Club is, it's like really, really freaky. I want to watch people play Doki Doki Literature Club because it looks really interesting. But the more and more I watch it, the more and more I kind of just want to like run away from my freaking screen. It's just look up Doki Doki Literature Club deaths, and then you'll see it is, and watch just a couple of their videos, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well,
And then the
I forgot to
font
reply to
changes
your
really
comment
weird. Wait,
on
what?
on my new post because you said I am no longer in the description. LOL. I was gonna comment, but I forgot to reply.
Oh yeah, I just realized that that I'm not in
Yeah,
the
I kind
description
of took
anymore.
you and Wayne out of the description because I put my clanmates after
I know.
we started doing more activities together.
Um. Yeah, your clan, you and your clan seem to be doing really well.
Yeah. I have a partner, but I haven't played with them in weeks or in for a few days now. Did you just send the link to the video you were watching on the group chat?
I'm not gonna sleep. So it seems we've been recording for an hour and a minute. This has been the. Do you want to end the podcast here?
I'm fine with whenever.
Michael just messaged me. I'll be on in a bit, maybe. Let's also do the podcast tomorrow.
He doesn't want to be here at the moment. Why is the revolver for Doc in Rainbow Six shoot so fast?
I don't know. It's a revolver, isn't it supposed to be shooting fast? Um.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm in the podcast here. This was fun.
Okay.
Just talking for an hour
Well, this was a
straight.
good podcast. Yeah, this was a good first
This
episode.
was a good first episode. I'm Aldo, and this is Connor. We're gonna be in the
Yep.
description. I also have a playlist of all the
Yep.
podcasts on the channel that you can click on. It's literally just this podcast, and then the ending, or no, not the ending, and then the introduction. I'm probably just gonna have to edit. I'm not gonna edit. I don't think I'm gonna edit too much. There shouldn't be too much to edit.
All I think you really need to edit is the part where you leave
I've been
and
really
then come back.
thirsty right now, and I forgot to get a water bottle. Now I know.
Huh.
Now I know. Well, this
Yeah,
has
I get
been
these weird
fun.
moments. Yeah, it has. Indeed.
Hello, everyone. I would just like to thank you for listening to the podcast. This is episode 1 or 0. This is like the introduction podcast. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.